Hello, I'm Dr. Lance Morris, and welcome to my weekly YouTube posting. This is number 26 in a sequential series. Last week, I introduced you to the three paths. In the beginning of this series, I introduced you to the 5 principles. Today, we're going to cover the third path. So the third path is the neutral path. This is to stop projecting presumed positive or negative outcomes, either for self or for others. It is unconditional. To pray God's will is both unconditional and neutral. To do this, we have to step out of our own way and surrender to divine will. This, of course, is an ideal. As humans, is this even possible? I contend not only is it possible, but our birthright and destiny. This unconditional space allows us to walk the razor's edge. This is the edge that is the fine line of karmaless being. Life experience is the crucible for awakening consciousness. We are all here in the classroom of life to learn and ultimately master the three paths. Along this journey, we will make many mistakes and have many triumphs. Mastery over our emotional and mental bodies is part of the journey. We must remember to let our feelings show, then remember to let them go. Negative emotions only bind us when linked either to prior memories or possible future outcomes without releasing them. If not released, the emotions become part of an engram complex. I'm defining engram as a repeating negative feedback loop. To break this negative loop, we must first recognize it. This requires being observant and mindful. Imagine watching yourself from the outside as a neutral observer. From this position, you can identify negatively charged emotions like fear, sadness, anger, grief, confusion, anxiety, discouragement, or being disconnected, isolated, or lonely. Attempting to erase or avoid these feelings will fail. Negative feelings are not bad, but rather an essential part of our awakening journey. For any Star Trek fans out there, you may recall the Borg. This is a race of machines connected as a single hive mind with the intent to convert all organic humanoid life forms into cyborgs. Cyborgs are both organic and machine in the same body. As partly machine, the Borg were then able to control the cyborgs and link them into their hive mind. In confronting any fully organic humanoid life forms, the Borg proclaimed that resistance is futile. I use this example as a reflection of the real world reality of what we resist will persist. Where our attention is creates a focus. Trying to ignore that focus is much more difficult than creating a completely different focus. The key is not elimination or erasure of negative emotions, but rather in the tradition of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, to overlay a new image feeling. If that new image feeling is grateful, in harmony, in balance, content, fulfilled, and in joy without any specific conditions attached, this new overlay is unconditional. We have found the razor's edge. This doesn't mean that we can't or shouldn't hold or project images. We've been taught by numerous teachers that the way to succeed and accomplish our life dreams is to use creative imagination to visualize and project our intended outcome. These teachers generally claim that the more detailed the image and the more frequent its application, the higher the probability of actualization or manifestation. Another way to frame this is to place ourselves in the condition already fulfilled. If we can't or don't see ourselves literally fulfilling and doing our heart's desire, how can we ever hope to actually be it or live it? If we want something but choose to feel or see ourselves as unworthy or not deserving, we have created a self-imposed, impenetrable barrier to success. The very fine detail of visualization often recommended by various self-help gurus may be problematic. Consider being as fluid and flexible as possible. To find a detail that you fixate on may actually close out divine guidance. I personally prefer and recommend more open-ended and diffuse images and projections. It is fixated attachment to a specific outcome that will bind us in a negative engram loop. We all share a mutual destiny to be co-workers with the divine, to serve life, existence, and consciousness, to break the cycle of the wheel of awagawan. In Buddhism, the cycle of reincarnation linked with karma. To return home to essence and be a guide and catalyst for ourselves and others. Till next week, thank you.